and under that we have divided into certain categories, as you can see on your screen.
Just to stop you,
Please.
I had just missed to record it.
Okay,
So can we restart it, sir?
sure, sure. Well,
It's all about AI now, which is the hot topic which is going around, buzzing around. So we have with us today Mr. Siddharth Muchandi. Sir, over to you.
yes. Thank you, Trivikram. First of all, as I am very grateful to the office bearers of the Advocates Association, the Advocates Academy, for hosting this web series. It has always been an excellent platform that has been provided to various legal professionals to understand the nuances of law, to discuss on various legal topics across. And many experts have spoken on this platform who have shared their rich experiences, their knowledge on law. And this makes this platform very interesting as well as very important in today's world. And the topic that has been assigned is artificial intelligence. And under artificial intelligence, we are looking at a concept where whether in the criminal law, whether this artificial intelligence is a boon or a bane that we are trying to focus on. And before going to this, I'd like to recollect the concept where we have learned in our school regarding fire. Like we have always known fire as uh, a thing which is it's a good servant but a bad master. So when you are using fire for cooking or for heating or whatever purpose you are using it, it becomes a very good servant. But if there is a fire in a place, like it is in a industry or it is a vehicle or whatever, that will destroy the thing. Similar concept or same phenomenon or analogy will apply to artificial intelligence as well. So it can be a excellent servant, it can be a good servant, but if it takes control and starts doing certain things on its own, or the people are trying to misuse this platform, it can be a very bad master. So that is how we need to start thinking, take this technology into in a proper way, understand the benefits and disadvantages of the artificial intelligence, not take it in a way that it is going to have a take the positive thing sides of things, don't engage into negative things. So because we have been seeing a lot of misuse and misinformation being spread in the AI thing using the AI technology, which should be stopped. Now, under the AI thing, we would like to have categorize this as different chapters just for easy understanding. So I would like to share my screen, which will have certain points just for a quick references. And just give me a minute. So the first chapter that we are seeing is the impact of AI on criminal law. So under that chapter, we are seeing the under head of sophistication, uh, ease of ease and accessibility, undermining trust, aid on investigation, legal support, and enhanced security. So we will just try to understand what are these concepts and how it has impacted the criminal law. First and foremost, the concept of sophistication. Now, we are looking at the crimes being committed by various individuals across various nations, not only specific to India, but across various countries we have been seeing. So this AI, it helps the individuals to remove the bottlenecks, human bottlenecks. That is to say, the person who is engaged into this crime, he can carry out these attacks faster and on a larger scale. If an individual was to sit and work on a particular attack on a particular crime and try to target an individual for purpose of doing a fraud or cheating or trying to tarnish his image, whatever it takes longer time. But with the impact of artificial intelligence, what is happening is he is carrying it out much faster because it's a matter of commands that he gives to the particular computer or to the engine or to the app, whatever it is, and those attacks are carried out faster on a larger scale. So this will ease the sophistication of the crime has increased because of the advent of AI. Then issue that we are seeing is the ease and accessibility. Now we are seeing that the criminals with minimal technical skills can use AI tools to create sophisticated attacks. Several softwares and websites are available which are almost free of cost, which have been used by these criminals to generate these tools, or this could be images, or it could be some kind of messages going out to people, and all these things. So the ease and accessibility is one thing which has become which has helped the criminals to take the AI tools and do it with much easier way. And for that, earlier, one who was very good in coding, decoding, or hacking, only those kind of criminals would try to target these kind of offenses, which we're talking about the Information Technology Act. Now, with the minimal technical skill, a person who is not technically sound, or a person who doesn't have this technical know-how, can also use this AI tools and try to cause this kind of crimes and offenses. Then the third aspect would be undermining the trust. So what has happened is, now with the advent of this AI, people are not able to distinguish which is the actual image and which is the artificial image, or which is the true story or which is the false story. So it is creating such kind of a havoc that there are videos shared across various social medias, uploaded on some websites everywhere, that it so seems so convincing. The If you look at that morph picture or AI generated image, you will not be able to understand whether that is a genuine image or it is a created morphed image, and it is created within fraction of seconds. Earlier, which would take hours together using some kind of a software such as Photoshop or whatever advanced softwares that were available. Now with the AI, it is being created very easily, so it's difficult to distinguish. One such situation came up before the Bombay High Court, where it was dealing with the issue of the actor Akshay Kumar, whose deepfake images were being circulated and been. So he moved the court, and the Bombay High Court expressed its concern that the images were so realistic, the images were videos were so realistic, that it's hardly very difficult to believe that it is an artificial intelligence image. And thereafter, the Bombay High Court has issued an injunctory order, and that is a situation where the undermining trust concept, which is seen. The fourth aspect. Now, under that, I have categorized that there are positives as negatives as well. And these were the negatives which I just spoke about. Under the positives, it is the AI under the crime prevention, how it has helped the persons for prevention of crime. First and foremost is the concept of investigation that we have been seeing. Like the law enforcement agencies, they have been using AI to analyze large data sets, identify patterns of offense, recognize faces, and track criminal activity. These are the concepts where the AI has helped people, especially the investigators, to analyze. So large data sets. What do we mean by large data sets? Like it's repeated kind of offense which set over a larger information, larger data set, which cannot be analyzed sitting by one person and accessing multiple data sets at a single point of time. So this use of AI can access multiple data at a single point of time. It will save time. It will also help the persons to analyze their data, identify these patterns, recognize these faces, and therefore it helps the investigator to achieve certain thing within a shorter period of time, instead of having to put about 15, 20 persons to do this investigation. It can as artificial intelligence can have a single person to identify, analyze, and these data and set these patterns with one artificial intelligence, one machine can do a work of 15 to 20 people, or the investigation that we have been seeing of late. Then the fifth concept would be the legal support. Legal support, what we would see is AI can assist legal professionals in reviewing evidence and help in areas like case management and risk assessment. So we have been seeing that evidence reviewing has been a very critical and a vital aspect in legal profession. So this somewhere we are taking the assistance of AI for reviewing the evidence and analyzing and managing the case and risk assessment and all of these things, where it has made the lives of legal professionals much simpler. Obviously, there are again a lot of jargons that we've been seeing, that too much dependency of on AI has created havoc in recent times, that the contents which are being uploaded on Google or any other some search engines were not accurate. There were certain issues that they were not the genuine reported judgments. There were fake judgments which are uploaded. The reportings were not proper, and people without verifying it have gone ahead and so it's always important as a legal professional that we verify that. Though because of the ease, we can always try to get help of this AI and try to save time by researching through this AI tools and all of that and get that information. But how accurate is that? So we should be able to analyze it. We should be able to cross-check it with better search engines or the court's website, that whether this particular judgment which has been cited or this particular article which has been reported is a genuine information or it's a fake information. It has to be cross-checked by a legal professional before utilizing it. Then we have a concept of enhanced security. So AI has contributed significantly for security systems. It has improved security systems, and it has also helped us in enhancing the video surveillance by analyzing crime scenes. So earlier thing is that the crime scenes maximum that we would have is a CCTV surveillance thing. But now these CCTV cameras and various other devices have come, which have the AI supported, AI embedded systems, which will help them to do a much more detailed video surveillance, which will help analyzing the crime scenes in a better manner. So this has significantly contributed for the enhanced security, which is provided in the legal system. Then moving on to the next part, uh, we have the next chapter, that is the AI enabled crimes. Under AI enabled crimes on your screen, you can find these are the different types of crimes. Again, this is not a very comprehensive list, but the most relevant and thing which we have been seeing is what you can see on the screen. It's identity theft, ransomware, hacking, phishing and scams, deepfake, misinformation, and child sexual abuse. So I'd like to explain a gist of all these things and give some examples perhaps to make things much simpler to understand. So the first concept that we see here is the identity theft. This has become a very serious issue in today's time, and this artificial AI can be used to gather and process personal data from various sources to commit identity theft on a larger scale. For instance, a person's facial imprints, it can be captured by this AI tools, and they allow to generate fake images and fake videos of these persons, especially celebrities, and generate fake videos and which are circulated across medias and all of that. So one such there are several situations which have arisen before various courts. One of the situation was before the Delhi High Court, where the Aaj news channel, which we have popularly known as Aaj it has been on the website, and there is um, uh, a news correspondent anchor called as Anjana Om Kashyap, whose deep fake videos and impersonations were uploaded on various channels. It's a fake YouTube channel was created, and her videos were attacked. So the news channel had to approach Delhi High Court, and Delhi High Court has said that it is a fake thing which has to be then brought down. And there was a order which was issued for prohibiting such uploading and to remove such clippings and videos and the deep fake impersonations of the anchor and managing editor. One more thing which has recently happened is the concept, the case of Arijit Singh, which is a famous singer in Hindi film industry, and there was cases Arijit Singh versus Caudible Ventures LLP and others, where it is a situation where the algorithms were used, creating algorithms to create audio visual content. So this was done, and there is a concept called the real voice cloning, RVC as we call it. These applications were used to create his personality traits, his voice, his mannerisms in photographs, etc., to gain some commercial gains. So what would happen is, if in his absence also, we have seen a lot of videos being uploaded on Instagram, on Facebook, and there is a song or a lyrics which has been uploaded by an individual, and it can sing in various voices. It can start with Mohammed Rafi, it can go to Kishore Kumar, it can come to Arijit Singh or any other singer, and you can listen to that entire audio, that song, in voices of different singers, famous singers, and it can generate. So basically, what it does is it creates algorithms to understand the traits, the voice, mannerism, and all of that, and then it will start generating the voice in that particular manner. So by this, the ultimately what has happened is that there are fake commercials have been created, fake videos have been uploaded, the voice signature to going to the extent of creating fake signatures have happened. For photographs have been uploaded, images have been done, caricatures have been done, persons have been uploaded. So this was taken up by singer Arjit Singh, and the court has issued an injunction order restraining the such platforms, and also to take down these links. And obviously after that, when we saw this about 2 or 3 months ago, thereafter these videos and the deepfake started to be removed from the website. So unless these matters are taken up in the court, the courts or the government will not be able to analyze from the which source it has been done, because obviously the uploading happens from one distinct region, and whether it has happened to a particular proper IP address, whether that has been done, that's again the technical based issue, and the investigation which has to be done. And unless a complaint is specifically given to the cybercrime by an individual, which is again requires a proper investigation, understanding the IP and all of that, and then only the investigator will be able to figure out from where it has been uploaded. Then we also had a similar issue, one more issue, which was Aishwarya Rai Bachchan versus AishwaryaWorld.com. It's a recent 2025 judgment where her name was used, and there her AI generated content were uploaded, where it was not only just images or things, it was sexually explicit and derogatory deep fakes were generated and uploaded on various websites and social medias. Then there was an interim order granted by the court restraining such platforms and e-commerce sites to immediately take down these content and blocks these unidentified URLs. So these kind of orders are now passed. Earlier, they were things that do not publish in the newspaper, do not talk about me in the media. But now taking down and blocking of these URLs, pulling down these, there could be certain persons having fake IDs who have logged themselves as a user on the Instagram or on Facebook or any other social media. So they start uploading things. So we have to one individual will have to be identified that who is uploading this, from which URL it has been done, and who is the host of it, or from which IP address it has been uploaded. All this data will have to be captured, and then it has to be removed. It's a no doubt it's not an easy task, but it is not that which cannot be achieved. With the advent of technology, we are able to achieve, and the Sen police station, the cybercrime police station, is equipped with a lot of these with all this power, with this technology, to understand where it has been uploaded, how it has been done, and how to remove these contents. That was the case of Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, which we had discussed. And then similarly, one other matter was Anil Kapoor versus Simple Life India, where again his deep fake and images and GIF were uploaded, and there were illicit commercial gains which were taken because of his uploading of his image, and he moved to the court, and the court has again granted an injunction order. So there are several such things, including one more actor, that is Jackie Shroff versus Pepe Store, where his name was used as Jaggu Dada, Jackie, and Jackie Shroff, and those were uploaded. And he also approached the Honorable Court, and the court has granted an injunction order where any kind of use of these names for any commercial purpose or without his consent have to be removed. This was done. Then the next concept would be ransomware. So ransomware, understanding of ransomware is basically it's a form of a malware. It's designed to encrypt files on a device, rendering the file unusable. So there are malwares are released which encrypt on a file, and suppose that there is some file which is an important file which is stored somewhere, and those files are made rendered unusable. So these are called basically attacks. These AI tools can be used to automate such attacks, and making such attacks is much easier, much simpler, and these hacking tools are more accessible to the public, to a person who wants to do it, rather than how it was before. Earlier, such attacks were to be carried out, it will require a lot of technical know-how. As I explained, a person who is having a strong technical know-how, how he is to generate those codes, or generate those particular methods, only he could do it. But now, with the advent of these AI tools, anyone can generate it. It's just matter of how you search, how you adopt yourself, how you use those softwares, you are able to upload and do it. Then the next concept would be hacking. Hacking has prevailed in the previous times also. It's not a very new concept that is seen only after the advent of the AI. Even before the advent of AI, hacking was prevalent. So AI can be used to to do the hacking, offense of hacking. But the advantage, or rather the disadvantage, would be that with the advent of AI, hacking has become much simpler, much easier, and it has become with minimal human interface. So earlier, the more the human interface was required, as I said, larger effort was required, more time has to be spent. But it has become now easier. And now with the advent of AI, the large scale attacks can be also done by using the concept of further hacking. So this is what we have seen under the hacking concept. Then the next concept would be phishing and scamming. Now, under the phishing, as you know, that it is an online fraud. That is the most popular kind of a crime that you've been seeing, where attackers are impersonating persons, trustworthy entities such as banks and well-known reputed companies, and they are individual innocent individuals are targeted to reveal certain sensitive information like passwords, credit card informations, or personal data. And these things are done. And when before the advent of AI, there would be physical calls which will be made. We've seen several such incidents that people call for an OTP number, or for any kind of a bank account details, all of these things. And when these numbers are shared, all these things are there, then obviously there is an attack on your bank account, and their monies are drawn, monies are transferred to various accounts, and online fraud started. So people started becoming alert. They stopped sharing the OTPs. The bank started becoming more protected. They started to have multiple layers of security, have multiple passwords, not having access apart from your the OTP numbers, or their numbers have facial recognition, or your fingerprint, whatever analysis on all of these things. But then now with this AI, advent of AI, these phishing and scams have started to generate highly personalized and convincing scam emails. Now, what a individual would do in a span of say about 5 to 10 minutes, the AI can do it within a fraction of seconds. So these emails can be sent to multiple thousands of emails at a time, hundreds of emails at a time, probably lakhs of emails at a time, and it is making things much faster for the scammers and the persons who are doing involved in phishing. Then the fourth concept would be deep fakes. Deep fakes are defined as synthetic images, videos, and audios created by AI to impersonate individuals. They are used for frauds, blackmail, spreading, and misinformation. So this deep fakes have been the most spoken about concept because of after the advent of AIs. So we have been seeing a lot of these deep fake videos and images being generated, being circulated across various platforms. They have social media websites, on social media platforms, and WhatsApp and other things. So that has been created. So under that, we have had several issues which have gone up to the High Court and Supreme Court. One of the matter was the Telugu actor, who is Mr. Chiranjeevi, whose deep fake AI generated videos were circulated on certain websites. They are hosted, they were published, and all of that. And then he went up to the court, and then the court has granted an injunction order using his name and entity, and removing those contents on the websites. So these are the situations where we have seen other, apart from his, there are also the Sadhguru's images where there was Isha Foundation. His deepfake contents were apparently faked, and they had to move the court, and the Delhi High Court apparently has issued a direction to the Google to remove such takedown things. Then the concept of misinformation. So apart from the deep fake, was, as I discussed, is those fake generated videos and audios where a person is his fake images and things, or there is a morphing, or there could be sexually content could be uploaded. But misinformation is another concept which I've been seeing, that these AI powered bots can spread false information or misleading information across various platforms. It could be, as we see of late a lot, about the net worth of individuals, about profit made by companies, about the shares which have been held, box office collection of movies. And it is like a rampant information being spread, and people start believing such information. They start spreading or sharing such information, which is a wrong information. So this misinformation concept has increased because of this advent of AI, which has to be curtailed, which has to be seen. Then the last thing, the crime of crime, is a child sexual abuse, which has always been a very disturbing offense, a crime which we can always say. And earlier there were the videos were recorded and shared and all of that, and they were the accused were apprehended, they were penalized, they were prosecuted. But now these with the advent of AI, it is very easy to generate these kind of sexual abuse and videos, and it has become a severe threat. It is growing rampantly, and to control it, it has become very difficult, and it has been uploaded on various websites. No doubt we have agencies, we have authorities who have been frequently checking on these kind of websites. They've been trying to take down, block these things, not be able to use these URLs frequently. So these things have been regulated and controlled. But because of the persons who are involved, they try to use this AI and then generate. Because now generating a video or generating an audio, if you are having the interest, you have the keenness in that, you can always take up some tool, understand how the tool works. Within a span of about 3 to 4 hours or 7 hours, you can generate any kind of a video, give some patterns of instructions to it, generate an audio, give her instructions, and you can start generating the audios and videos. So this is how it has become, that the person who wants to do these kind of offenses can get indulge in these kind of thing, and can easily generate it without strong technical know-how. Then coming to the fourth concept is the various laws that are in India, which is just shared on your screen. The first thing is the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which is the BNS 2023. There are a few provisions which I'll explain. The Information Technology Act. Then there is a Digital India Act, which is expected, has not been enacted so far. The POXO Act has always been there from 2012. Then that is Digital Personal Data Protection DPDP Act in 2023. So these are the acts which are relevant. First and foremost, we have to start this thing that we don't have a comprehensive law to deal with artificial intelligence so far. There is not a comprehensive law. So we are dependent on these other laws, which are to be looked into while dealing with any kind of offenses. Obviously, any offense is being generated by an AI, where there's some individual behind it. It is not that it's generated automatically without any human interface being there. So some command which has been issued or somewhere it has been done. So obviously it has to fall back on individual who has uploaded somewhere or he's generated something. And it is always to fall back on that. So the first thing I'll just quickly run through, because obviously the things are very elaborate and did not want to take more of time explaining all of these things. So the BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which is equivalent to the previous IPC, they have cheating by personation, which is punishable with 319. Then we have forgery through electronic means. There is a defamation. There is a spread of misinformation. This misinformation, as I pointed out, is a more recent concept. So these are the penal provisions that are available in the BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Personation is, as I said, generating deep fake videos, uploading them. So how can a person be prosecuted? So someone sitting somewhere in a remote corner and uploading these things. Suppose his URL is traced, his IP address is traced. So these provisions can be put into service, and he can be penalized and he can be prosecuted. And there are situations where forgery to electronic means, as I said, when one of the matter which had gone to the Supreme Court in matter where the fake signature autographs of the actor were used on some products, like a mug or on a T-shirt. His fake signatures were issued, and without his permission, these things were sold, and that led to a commercial issue. And so these kind of forgeries can also be prosecuted under the BNS. Then recently, a matter where the cricketer Sachin Tendulkar, his identity was used by one of a gaming site, and they were propagating a fake video, and he had moved the court, and there was a prosecution done by Sachin Tendulkar against the owner of that gaming site, which was recently seen. So these are always taken up under either the IPC or the BNS. Then the second law, which is very relevant, is the Information Technology Act. Under the Information Technology Act, it's an act which is enacted in 2000. There are various laws. That is, one is Section 66C, where identity theft using a computer resource, which is equivalent to the AI-driven impersonation, is mentioned. Then Section 66D, cheating by personation, which is equal to the BNS, which I just mentioned. Then 66E, which is privacy violation, which is as capturing, publishing images of a private area without consent. So generally, these sexual offenses are covered under this. And section 67, which is 67 capital A, capital B, which is transmitting of any obscene or sexual explicit content, including the children pornography, which is able to generate the AI material. Then the last thing is the cyber terrorism, which is covered under section 66F of the IT Act. So we had also seen a situation where one of a YouTuber, who was Mr. Ankur Wariko, his name was used, his images, photos, videos, when other things, his personas were used, and illegal commercial and personal gains were taken up. And then he had prosecuted, and the Delhi High Court had issued an order in his favor, restraining such kind of unauthorized personation. So these are become rampant. It's not in a single case that we have been seeing multiple individuals, especially the celebrities who are on social media, so in social life, social media, right from Amitabh Bachchan to Abhishek Bachchan and Anil Kapoor, and these YouTubers have been taken up, and these are not spared, and they have been taken up. So the only concern with the Information Technology Act, it is that it is becoming obsolete over a period of 25 years, because it was enacted in the year 2000, 2000. And sometimes when we are also as lawyers practicing, we are finding that it is not enough. For instance, like a case of where there is a situation where it is morphing. Now, this identity theft or thing, it is not clearly covered in the definitions of this Information Technology Act. We find that somewhere there is a lacuna, there's a loophole, and it requires a lot of changes. A lot of drastic changes have to be done in form of an amendment. So the government has thought over it, and they are trying to incorporate, and they're trying to do this Digital India Act, enact Digital India Act, which is expected shortly. There's some discussion regarding it. So that is to provide for India's digital space more effectively, and to address the issues of cyber security, online privacy, content moderation, and data governance. These are the things which are being captured. What was the shortfall in the Information Technology Act is that the issue of regulating the intermediaries like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We have the Section 79, which will always offer a protection. So that has been taken, and then how to regulate these, because they always say that we don't find anything wrong about it. We don't find anything hurting religious feelings about it. They refuse to take down these contents on these websites. So how it can be removed, how the regulatories, these intermediaries can be regulated, is what it has to be seen. So this act perhaps will cover up these issues. Then regarding the user privacy, the deep fakes, AI generated misinformation. As I said, no doubt the BNS and IT Act has some references, but the specific regarding the privacy, the deep fakes and misinformation has to be specifically done, especially with the ones which are generated on AI. because how these work, how, the individual doing it and the AI generated thing is much different. So how it can be covered is one what we'll have to see. Then we have also seen on the issue of children's online safety, where these online safety issues have not been covered under both these acts. So that is things where this Digital India Act will probably emphasize, and it will cover up all these issues. Then we have the POXO Act, which is the regarding section 11, 12, and 13, which we see regarding sexual harassment, where any kind of gestures are made, exhibits are there, where it's been uploaded, shared, or in form of any kind of media, fabricated depiction to electronic or film or digital, any other media. So these are the provisions which are covered under the POXO Act. And there are punishments which have been provided under section 12, and use of the child for pornographic purposes, any form of media, and advertising, telecasting, and all of these things are all provided in section 13. So these are acts which have been utilized used in India, and they are offenses which are very serious in nature, and it can also be punishable to up to about 7 years imprisonment. Then we have something called as the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, DPDP Act 2023. In this, they have provided for clear, informed consent for processing personal data, including biometric data used in AI systems. So there are penalties which have been imposed for data breaches and non-compliance. No doubt this act does not provide for any offense and prosecution in a criminal law, but the authority, the committee which is established under the act, they can impose penalty, and that can run to huge penalties which the committee can impose upon that. Apart from that, we have seen the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology, which has issued several advisories. It has to the platforms to ensure that it is clearly labeled, embedded with metadata, and these security systems have been issued, that the ministry is very cautious about it. Apart from that, we have Information Technology Digital Media Ethics Code 2021 IT rules, which has said any kind of deep fake or AI enabled misinformation, and these kind of things have to be prohibited. And these kind of things are always taken up by the ministry and well as the courts to control and regulate these kind of things. And to apart from that, we have these enforcement agencies, which is the Indian Crime Coordination Center, and the local police with cyber cells are tasked with coordinating actions, investigating teams, and issuing notices to removal of the AI generated content. So now, as we said earlier, we did not have these tools. We did not have we were not equipped with all these things. But now, with this advent of the AI and the offenses, repeatedly we are being able to get these kind of situations. The ministry and the government is taking initiatives. The courts are interfering and providing certain safeguards, and trying to safeguard things. Then coming to the next part of it is the how to combat an AI enabled crime. So on your screen, we are able to see that combating the AI-based crimes. So we are under the four parts, that is technical solutions, policy and regulations, public awareness and education, and collaborating between the sectors. These are the four concepts that can broadly categorize them into. So I'll just try to shortly explain these concepts, try to address these concepts. Technical solutions, that is AI-driven detection systems. We are trying to develop the tools which identify these deep fakes, detect anomalies. We have to have the systems where cyber security frameworks are enhanced, and these AI based threats which are there. So these kind of threats can be mitigated, and risks can be whatever large scale attacks are going on, or mitigating these risks are taken care of. Then the policy and regulation concept, where the policy makers are working to create regulatory environments that encourage innovation in AI. They were mitigating the risks from illicit actors to seek abuse transformative technology. So this policy making is very important. As I said in the previous note, that the government is constantly onto this, And these policies are very important in form of any kind of the rules which have been framed, amendments which have been brought up, and these regulations which have been created. So unless the government takes initiatives and the advisors to the government are taking these initiatives, it will to achieve this kind of a thing will always be difficult. Then the third important concept will be public awareness and education. So educating the public about the risks which the AI-driven scams and misinformation is a very crucial in mitigating the same. For example, the in FBI in America, it is have had several campaigns which have been carried out to educate the people as to the dangers of the online threat and misinformation. So these frequent public awareness and education programs have to be conducted, and perhaps even in your the daily television things or in the theaters, these things have to be played as to how, because we have been seeing a lot of things about don't share your OTPs, don't share your passwords with anyone, don't give your ID cards and all of that will be said. But the AI, what kind of the offenses the AI can be created, what kind of scams can be done. So this, if public awareness is brought in, the public will obviously be more cautious. They will understand the drawbacks and how to safeguard themselves, and they start especially targeting the younger generation, the kids, and well as the older generation who are maybe 60, 70 plus, who are susceptible. They don't they don't probably realize that it is a very serious issue, and they trust the caller or the person, the email that is being got. So I have several times the clients calling me and saying that I've got such an email, what do I do? Whether it's a genuine email which has been sent, it says that it's come from a police department, it has come from a bank, it's come from a notice, has come from something. So how do I respond to it? So these kind of queries we always lawyers get. So we'll have to understand. So first basic thing that check has to be done is understand the email ID from which it has come, whether that email ID is a genuine thing, whether it is a government website, government email ID. So those kind of basic checks have to be done. If there's some phone number mentioned there, call that number, understand whether it's a genuine thing, all of that. Because we had seen situations where a person receives a courier, a person from a parcel, and then he opens it and he finds some fake passports and some articles in the parcel, and immediately you get a phone call saying that you have got a thing, we are calling from customs, and you have received these parcels, therefore we have booking you under the act, and you'll have to have an address, and FIR will be registered against you, will be arrested, all of these things. So these are the things which a common man, we will not be able to analyze. He will receive a courier as if someone has sent it someone, there will be no address or some no name will be mentioned. So in a bona fide thing they would have received it, but they will actually not know what is the background of it. So making the public aware and educating them about these frauds, how to avoid, how to balance it out is very important, and we'll have to understand those aspects. Then the Ministry of Education in India, through NEP, that's National Education Policy, has emphasized the transformative role of technology in education. And it has highlighted about India's strength in digital innovation. So, as I said, the policy makers have taken a lot of initiative, and through national education policy, they're trying to implement and understand and emphasize on the AI, machine learning, adaptive tools. All these things have been adopted. Then collaboration between sectors. Now, it's not only about the government sector, it's also the private sector, the public sector, how they partner with each other. Especially these vulnerable institutions like the financial institutions, industries, educational institutions. They have to prioritize on incorporating safety features into the AI systems, because they are the most susceptible, especially educational institutions. And because we have seen, like recently, we had a situation where a bomb hawks email was sent to, I think, a few schools in Bangalore. So that was reported. Now, from where these emails have come, who is the source of these emails, whether they're genuine emails or fake emails, all of this. Obviously, the investigator would try to understand from where it has come and all that. So there, the collaboration between these sectors, suppose they are strong enough and they are able to identify the spam and the genuine email, the banks are able to identify. They are unable to, suppose, for example, is let us assume the SBI bank. Fraud is not able to, the fraudster is unable to crack into their system or access their thing, and then try to make illegal gain out of it, or to access their bank accounts. Then it will not be possible. So coordinating between these two sectors becomes very important, and understanding them, updating their systems, it becomes very important aspect. Then the next chapter, which we are seeing, is use of AI in criminal investigation. This is last the slide which we have. Under that we have facial recognition and biometrics, forensic analysis, and digital forensics and cybercrimes, evidence analysis, surveillance and tracking, predictive policy. So most of the concepts are already covered by me, but just to highlight them as in a short gist. What is happening is, with the advent of AI, the criminal investigation, as I mentioned in the beginning, has received a lot of benefits. It has received a lot of assistance. They have more equipped with the invent of AI. First and foremost concept is the facial recognition biometrics. Now, to identify a suspect in a crowd or a larger area, the surveillance and footages, the AI concept is used. So this makes the system easier for a person to access rather than physically a person being set. Now, I think we have seen a few holdings which have been put across in Bangalore city that says these are the number of violations that have happened on the road traffic violation. They say this is the vehicle number against whom so many tickets are mentioned. Or there is a vehicle which has stopped on a zebra crossing. These are the things. So it recognizes based on the facial thing or on the number plate, which is the HSRP number plates. These kind of technical AI based recognition are happening, and they're uploading and they're sending out these notices, uploading on a thing which makes the citizen cautious. It is suggesting them not to do such violations, to avoid such violations. Then to identify the suspects in the larger crowd, it becomes much easier. Forensic analysis. So here, in the use of AI in forensic analysis has become a very vital concept, especially examining the crime scenes, restructuring, analyzing data, creating more detailed and complex facial recognition models. So when a crime scene has to be recreated or reconstructed, it is always a hard concept. Now with the advent of AI, these things are apparently become much easier. It has become much simpler, is what we have seen. Then digital forensics and cybercrimes. AI tools have been used in natural language processing (NPL). It can analyze vast amount of digital data like email, social media posts, and chat logs. So to find threats and digital footprints left by cyber criminals. So when the criminals act, they try to erase it or try to use some other server of some other country. IP addresses are masked, and all of these offenses are committed. So with this digital AI tools, they are able to analyze these data and understand if any kind of footprints are left behind by the cyber criminals. So with this thing, that the things become much easier, simpler for the investigator to analyze and reach that particular culprit, whether he's in India or outside India or any remote part of India. They'll be able to recognize and recover those data, to recover deleted data, decrypt encrypted data, trace online data. These are a lot of things which investigator will be able to easily access. Then we have an evidence analysis. So the AI can rapidly process and analyze evidence, such as sifting to thousands of documents or summarizing case details. Now, which a human person would take about 10-15 days, AI can scrutinize it in much faster way. So if it's, as I said, if it's used in a proper way, that can have give us a lot of benefits, and it will save a lot of time for the investigators, and be used more effectively. Surveillance and tracking. So AI can be power automated systems like drone and monitors crime scenes and track suspects. So the surveillance is a thing which has always been a very widely discussed area for AI. But at the same time, there is a fear that whether AI is violating people's rights in privacy. So this facial recognition and mass surveillance is become a very delicate issue, and that issue has always been a thing which has taken up to various courts, and on the individual rights, this concept have been taken, and the Supreme Court, in the matter of Justice K.S. Puttaswamy of the Union of India, had recognized the right to privacy as a fundamental right, and it has mentioned that in the situation, it doesn't apply to AI, the judgment in particular. But when it comes to facial recognition, about thing how these things data have to be shared, whether it has to be shared or not shared, these concepts become very important. Then predictive policy. So here the AI analyzes crime data to forecast where and when the crimes have been likely to occur, enabling laws to allocate resources more strategically. So these have been used in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and these are called as the crime hotspots. So they predict future crimes. So this is the advantage of AI, where they see that a particular area is more vulnerable, and there the offenses are repeatedly caused, whether it's a NDPS issue or drug-based issue, or there's a robbery, there is dacoity, these kind of things, where these are the more prone areas. So AI can analyze such data in a much faster way. It can try to get that data information and give to the authorities, and the authorities can act based on this thing. So these are the concepts which we have been seeing, which are very vital. And I try to cover up whatever data that I could gather with the reading of the fast, because as I say, that AI is a very new subject for all of us. And in the past few years, or maybe a few months rather, we have seen a lot of changes that have happened in the AI. And I try to gather as much as information as I could and try to share it with all of you. And if I have missed out any vital information, I would be definitely privileged to listen from all of you, and you could just give us in form of comments. Obviously, it is more of a science rather than law, and the persons who are in science would obviously have their say on these various concepts of malware, ransomware, and all of that. But our perspective was more a legal thing: how the law has evolved, what are the crimes which have been committed, how the criminal system has evolved, criminal law system has evolved, how the investigators can use it, and all of these things. So, yes, with this, I come to the end of the talk. I would just take a couple of minutes to thank the relevant
Sir,
person.
before you thank and before you conclude whether it is a Bane or Boon,
Okay,
um, I would also like to thank you for a very articulated and well-researched presentation.
thank you.
We'll take up the question and answers.
Sure,
We'll move to that segment of this webinar. Before
definitely.
that, we have Senior Muchandi sir. So his time, sir has handled several criminal cases, especially the tribal cases. Now it is going to be a different method in which the trial could happen over the down the years to come. So we will ask sir what is his take on this, and later we'll take a few questions. Sir, I'm trying. I'm giving you the option to unmute. In fact, sir has worked as a member secretary of the Law Commission as well, so he is very well aware with uh, the procedure involved in lawmaking. Sir, uh, you are very well aware of the AI, and you would definitely agree that in the years to come, AI is going to play a very crucial role. It could be even in terms of to simply put, the summons could be served very easily using this AI, and it could be even in the complicated issues. So, what is your take, sir, especially
Yes,
pertaining
yes,
to criminal law?
yes. The parties have agreed for that initially. Then summons can be served, even notices can be served. Because recently I have seen in so many cases which are pending in arbitration center, such agreements are there, contracts are there, and therefore we have to insist for that. So there will not be any occasion for evading summons, and disposal of cases will be very faster. This is my opinion.
And when it comes to accountability and transparency, sir, what would you say?
No, no. See, nowadays what is happening is virtual, physical, and hybrid system. These are the systems which are, to some extent, we have diluted the system itself, is it not? And when we are going to use AI, it will come to court also, and we have to accept, to some extent, to have to accept it. Of course, I don't say that AI is a substitute to regular procedure or practice. I'm very firm. I'm very firm. That cannot be. Is it not? For example, somewhere that without driver is also vehicles are driven. this kind of attitude, then what is the use of real brain?
So a court without a judge, AI generated judgments. What do
Correct.
you say, sir?
And therefore, whenever we go to a doctor, an example, doctors advise us not to make search in this Google and take medicines. Is it not? There is no need of not only judge, no need of advocates also, which is a great profession, you know. Huh? Even if we go to temple, only simply we don't offer pranam. That Purohit is also there. This system. Huh? So what we have to follow is a traditional system is better. We should not bring any bad element therein. This is my view.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for sharing your views. So coming back to Siddharth, sir, one question from my side. You were mentioning about the investigating agencies adopting these AI.
Right.
As it is a couple of webinars, and we have also done few series on cybercrime. What is your take, and how do you say that these investigators are very well equipped on the technology side? Because when it comes to an ordinary complaint, they make us run pillar to post. And when artificial intelligence is incorporated in very important and crucial aspects like investigation, and especially when the offense is very severe, what would you say on this?
Yes. So, yes, the one issue where I have actually, there are two issues in this question, if I have to put it that way. One is about the convenience of the informant or the complainant about accessing the criminal justice system. And second is the usage of the AI within, the criminal investigation system. So one is that obviously we have had our issues, we have troubles of accessing, we are reaching out the police or filing a complaint or getting the justice or identifying where the culprit is, where the uploading has happened or what has been done. So it's always been a difficult situation. But in many cases that we have seen that once we give a complaint, the cyber crime police station, they're able to track based on the IP address or based on where the uploading has happened or whatever the technical terms are. So they are the masters of it. And now they have the equipped there as the days are progressing. What we had in 2015 have drastically changed in 2025. So the investigators are having that access. They have the technical know-how as to how to access these systems, how to gain momentum. Because we had a investigation was done in 2016. One of our client that we are defending, the uploading had happened somewhere in Jaipur. One was happened in Delhi. So they could figure out that this was the IP address from which it was uploaded, and they could apprehend the accused from Delhi and Jaipur, and they had to bring him back. So, and then they had coordinated with the concerned, that's the BSNL or whichever service provider was there. And with that, we are able to track. It is not the case where in every case it fails or the investigator is not taking initiative. There are cases where investigators have taken thing, and we have seen cases where sum of 10, 15,000 is lost by an individual, and he gives a simple complaint on the portal, and his money is recovered somewhere from a crime which is committed in Bihar or Kolkata somewhere, and those monies are recovered, and he has got a refund back to his account also. There are situations like that. So we have had positives of that also. At the same time, yes, accessing people also, suppose I have lost 10, 15,000, 20,000, or maybe 50,000. I said, why do we get into this whole process of this tiresome process of getting into it? And we kind of don't want to file any complaint or take it. So it's all about how far we want to take it. Do we want to seriously take it or pursue it or not? How the system will respond to it. This is a question which has to be, gone in tandem.
So, I would say that with regard to the call recording, pulling of those data, or it could be bank statements when it comes to financial frauds, and all these investigations could be very simplified. Perhaps that is what I feel.
Yes, definitely,
I could
definitely.
be
As I
wrong.
said, yes. As I said, I mentioned in one of the slides which I mentioned that yes, coordinating with these private public sectors, definitely getting a lot of tools. AI is helping them to streamline it. What individuals should have physically sat and done. The AI is actually helping them to get the data faster, to search across various things and see similar patterns of the offenses being committed, from which locality it is committed, and then try to streamline and help the investigators to achieve and arrive and conclude at who is the offender much faster.
So it's now time for you to conclude, sir, whether it is Bane or Boon.
Uh, as I said, there are positives and negatives of AI. As I started my concept with the concept of fire, it's a good servant and a bad master. That exactly same phenomena will apply to AI as well. So it's all in our hands, right? How we have to make best utilization of it. As I said, if we utilize it in a proper way for investigation, it's not only a criminal investigation, it could be any other purpose. Like now we have in judiciary, which has used, I have a big chapter on that, how Indian judiciary has in, case management, uploading, sending those automated inputs and datas and updates about the clients, all of that. So it's
Computation of
definitely a
e-court
boon.
fee.
Yes, on the e-code. So it is definitely a boon if you ask me about that. But at the same time, we have also seen a lot of these false uploading, the deep fake videos that I mentioned about celebrities, all of that. It has been uploaded across various social media websites and all of that, which has created a havoc. And people are losing trust, losing faith as to what is genuine, what is not genuine, which to trust, which not to trust. I have an information which is posted on the Facebook or Instagram. I am myself doubtful that I have to trust or not. Someone says a worth of Shah Rukh Khan is 12,000 crores. Other person will upload as 6,000 crores. God knows what it is. Who is correct, who is wrong. These kind of things. About some share of some market of some particular company is uploaded. These kind of misinformations have been spread. And when you look at it, and say suppose we have situations where artificial voices have been generated, so people may lose out on these things where even in a concert or somewhere artificial songs have been played of a recorded voice and all of these things. So AI generated things. So these are the concepts which have to end, which have to be controlled, which has to be streamlined. But as I said, last what was there 6 months ago, what is there today, we have substantial difference. We have seen lesser content being uploaded, lesser false information being uploaded. And I had read an article that they had I think Facebook or some company had used AI technology to pull down some fake 10 lakh user IDs. Users were pulled down from Facebook or some thing which I just read. So that is the use of technology which has been put in the right place. So as soon as that happened, my friend list in the Facebook dropped by around 500 or 600 members. So many fake thing we had accepted. Never knew that that person existed or not. I see about 10, 15, 20 common friends, mutual friends. I agree. I trust them. He may be one of my friends somewhere. I accept it. When the technology finds that it is a fake thing, then obviously remove it. So if it's used in the proper way, it's definitely a boon. But at the same time, we have people who have used everything, right? Like not only AI, but it dates back to hundreds of years that technology about forgery, about voice, everywhere things have been misused. Not only AI, the whole concept, the whole mentality of the people will have to be changed, have to change to reduce the crimes in the society.
So we could reach a stage where it may become inevitable also. We will have to accept it.
It has to be. It will definitely become. Obviously, we will have to get ourselves prepared for it. Rather than we cannot say it can be completely curtailed or stopped, but how we are preparing ourselves. Like as I said about the OTP fraud, all of these things. How we are now becoming cautious. Even our elderly people, they are now cautious. I'm not going to share my OTP. I'm not going to send the image of anyone. So people are aware of it. So how do we stop spreading misinformation? Because I see few of my friends and relatives say share some information on WhatsApp without verifying what the truth is. They say our national anthem was the best national anthem sent by UNICEF or UNESCO or something was other day, but that was not a genuine information. The misinformation was spread. So these kind of concepts have been shared across various platforms, which we'll have to start analyzing, start understanding. And we have also, as one more concept which I received, that there's a urgent blood required, those kind of messages we get. And say A positive, B positive, knows messages. Like someone say someone is required some 12 lakhs or 15 lakh rupees for the cancer treatment. So these kind of messages has been said. When you call that number, either number is not working or no one picks a call. So these kind of things, and we also blindly forward. We not blindly forward. We trust the sender, and we say someone may be in need, so we forward it. and sometimes these links are there, some APK links are there, which we accidentally click on those APK links. It will link to our bank account. Monies are taken away from our account. We are frauded, and it's not happening to anyway, we are, advocates have fallen prey. When police officers have fallen prey, police officers have lost money in these transactions, which we have recently reported. So everyone of us has to be cautious. We can't relax or say that we just trust, and it happens for a spur of moment. Someone trying to book a ticket and the link goes and your money is lost. So you definitely can't. It goes from primary account to secondary account to tertiary account. By the time the money goes to all that accounts and you get back your money, you'll be done. You'll within fraction of few minutes or few hours the monies are traveling across various accounts. So we have to be cautious. It's not that we have to blame the system and give, because we are not the criminals offenders are not created by anyone. It is the necessity that the dearth or their financial situation has driven them to do these things, these offenses which have been created. Some do it for fun, some do it for necessity, but we'll have to control and regulate these systems.
That will conclude today's session, sir. Once again, on behalf of Advocates Association, Academy, and my personal self, sir, many thanks to you for accepting our invite and presenting this topic and enriching us with the concept of AI and criminal law. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Trivikram, for taking all the initiative and pain always. I thank all the office bearers of the association, the academy, and all of them for giving this platform, not only to me, but all the speakers who have spoken. And it will definitely be an enriching experience for all the viewers, the lawyers across various bars who have joined today. There are technical people who have joined, there are students of colleges who have joined. So, and obviously these videos will be uploaded on the YouTube channel as well. So even in the days to come, it will definitely benefit. And it's a very good initiative. I personally thank all of you for taking this initiative.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.